The greatest podcast in the world. The greatest podcast in the world. Look at the boy bands.
Friday nights.
Rules that were available. Rules that were available.
Friday nights.
Rules.
Look at the boy bands.
Rules that were available.
Portly Gentlemen's Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Portly Gentlemen's Podcast. Tonight we've got Chickenspiracies. Winner, chicken dinner. Here today we've got Seth, Calan, Cameron and Michael to discuss.
You went all out for this.
Yeah. Let's do this.
You're doing chicken conspiracies.
All right.
Okay.
Conspiracies.
Now, Mick,
yeah.
take it away. Take it away. Let's hear what we're going to talk about, mate.
All right. Well, there's quite a few things to talk about, as you know, because chicken conspiracies is quite a giant topic. But I think we could probably start off with the most portly of examples for this subject that I think Calan found. And it was the Sir Francis Bacon back in Highgate in London back in 1626. And him and his mate, Dr. Witherbone, two quite portly gentlemen, out on the road one night, heading back to the palace, as I believe. And they decided to invent a way to preserve food and came up with the idea of freezing food in order to do that. And so they stopped by a local farm and killed a chicken and then stuffed it full of snow.
I heard it was an old lady's farm.
An old lady's farm, was it?
Rich guys rolling through on their fucking horse and carriage.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Some pauper.
I
all she's
reckon
got.
fucking frozen better than salt. And he's
Yeah.
down to a poor old lady out of like a whole farm.
Wait, did they just get like
Chicken
were they
country,
really,
too.
really drunk or something like that? And they thought the snow was just salt and they were trying to preserve the chicken?
It's no. They definitely. They
they're
definitely
portly
intended.
gentlemen.
They definitely intended to do an experiment.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
what was strange to me was that they stopped the carriage to get out and then go bury it. Like that seems like a drunken. That's definitely seems like a drunken thing to do. Like surely you would get home, go out to the exact same snow that would still be there, and then do it. You know what I mean? You're gonna like stop midway through the drive, be like, "Fuck it, I'm doing it here, man."
That's
Be
it.
settled.
They're portly gentlemen back in 1626. Of course, they're half pissed, like constantly. You know what I mean?
Well, what I love as well is that his friend was the king's physician.
Yeah, that's
right.
Yeah, and that's it. They're on their way back to the palace, to the fucking, you know.
Just by
Central
the names
London.
alone, man, this whole thing sounds fake.
No, that's legit.
That's
part is
legit. It's a legit story.
And
I was
he
waiting for this
actually,
big guy with the last name
Bacon died
because
of
they hide the eggs somewhere.
pneumonia.
Yeah.
Because
Dude,
of it.
Sir Francis Bacon is like a very, very well-known historical figure. Like you can probably look up.
scientist.
Yeah.
He's an extremely well-known figure. He was like a
Statesman.
philosopher. Like, yeah, he was like, I don't really know anything that he contributed other than this one story. But anyway, sorry. So let's get back to what was the actual story. So right now, they're in their carriage. They're traveling down the road. The wheels are going bumpity bump. And what happens?
Yeah, so bumpity bump, they decide to like learn how to preserve chicken. And then they get out the cart and get this chicken, steal a chicken from a poor old widow who doesn't have anything else to eat. And she doesn't know what she's going to eat for breakfast for the next couple
Classic
days
gentleman.
because obviously she eats eggs for breakfast.
Oh, no, I think they bought it. Surely you bought it. They're rich. I like to think they're gentlemen. Like you
No,
don't
they
have
didn't
a
buy it, bro.
painting
There's no
like
way
that.
they bought it. There's no
There's
way they
no
bought
way
it.
bought it. They were drunk.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Can you guys see that picture of Sir
Yeah,
Francis?
man, yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
So this guy's been painted in like legit Renaissance era paintings in like super realism fucking paintings, you know, those old school paintings. Like if you've been painted like that, you're somebody.
Yeah.
Like there's not that many people that have these kinds of fucking images of them.
You
So
only have to look at the fucking goatee and beard combo, mate. And,
100%. Look at this.
The portliest of portly gentlemen.
You know, look at that. Look at
always
these
wearing
guys.
You've got to hold on, Nick.
Yeah.
You got to describe it. You got to describe it because the vast majority of people that are going to be listening to this are only going to be. He's got a doily around his neck.
There you go.
You know what I mean? If you've got a doily around your neck and you've been painted and you've got a doily around your neck, you're a legit fucking portly gentleman. You know?
Yeah.
And not just that, but he is wearing that top hat in every single photo.
Yes,
that's true as well. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So they did that, and then he got pneumonia and died, even though he was literally with the king's physician at the time.
Mick, I feel like you've totally missed out on the entire fucking story there, which is that they got out of the carriage, he ran off into the snow.
Yeah.
He grabbed the chicken.
He took that chicken, put it into the snow.
Oh, no, he killed it.
He killed it.
Plucked it.
Killed it, plucked it, filled it with ice, and then proceeded to die.
Oh, no, he caught pneumonia.
No, he died in the snow, didn't he?
No, he got pneumonia, dude.
He died like 3 days, 6 days later. I don't know.
Yeah, there was no way he was freezing right then. He was full of piss.
That was what I thought.
Right.
That was what I thought. I thought he went out
by that stage.
It's a very portly gentleman.
So yeah,
I thought he died in the snow.
Yeah.
No, he died days later because he got pneumonia and
He died from doing that experiment.
Yeah.
And he never got to see it because he died.
Nah.
He got laid up in a bed.
Yeah.
And the
he
place
literally
was like real damp and stuff, and he just got worse and died.
Yeah.
It sounds more like it was a bet or something, man.
Yeah,
I thought you would stuff that chicken full of snow.
Well, I mean, it could have been. It could have been.
I'll bet you 2 glasses.
I think the bet was something more like, I think I know how we can best preserve things, and one guy would have been like, "We'll put leeches on it." And Francis Bacon was like, "No, my crazy idea is that we
no snow is what
yeah. And everyone was like, "No, what? The leeches is obviously going to be the one that works."
And if he was like really that drunk, was it normal snow or was it yellow snow?
Wait, when do they use leeches to fucking preserve meat?
Well,
they just use leeches. I thought maybe salt you're going with, but no.
They just used leeches for everything back then. Yeah, there was just a lot of leeches on hand.
That's how they got rid of his pneumonia.
I'm pretty sure that's still how they get rid of AIDS, by the way, is with leeches.
Yeah, you get the leeches, you put them onto the guy with AIDS, and then you put them onto the nearest person.
Hey, or girl, CK. Let's not be sexist.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or other.
Obviously, AIDS doesn't discriminate,
That's
so
right.
let's not us do that.
So yeah, anyway, so that happened. Francis died, and then for the rest of time, that chicken was then seen running around that lake, which was Lake. I can't remember the name of it. What was it?
Pond Lake.
Pond Lake.
Yeah, it's in Highgate.
Pond Square.
Yeah, Pond Square in Highgate.
Yeah. So, and they like there's been numerous sightings of this like plucked chicken that like there's like it runs around and causes havoc, and then it runs off into the distance, and people can't find it.
Yeah, so one of the accounts that I had read was somebody, one of the policemen. It was like 2 cops that were on duty, and they saw a chicken, this plucked chicken that was like making a bunch of noise, and so they started to chase it. And they chased it, and it went into a building, and it went inside the building, and then they kept chasing it into this building, and then it ran through a wall, and they were just like, "What the fuck? What the fuck just happened to that goddamn chicken? What the hell happened to that plucked chicken?"
Yeah.
So
they reckon
illusionary wall.
they reckon there was like heaps of it haunting in the past, but it's died off. But
Yeah.
like the ones that I read was like there's one in 1943 with the fucking World War
With the
II.
war?
in the war, that's the big one.
And one of the aircraft. Oh, what was he? He's I don't know. Must have been like a spotlight dude or something like that.
Yeah.
Has fucking seen this chicken. Like a lot of them hear a horse and carriage.
Yeah.
Or they
Okay.
see
Yes.
hear, and then they hear the chicken.
Yeah.
They see sometimes it's headless, sometimes it's like half plucked sort of deal, and it's just running around squawking at people. They try. Why does everyone try to capture this chicken? That's what I don't get.
I know.
These stories, these people are like chicken.
Oh, get it!
I think when you've got no, I think when you've got no Netflix, like if you know what I mean, like if you hear a chicken outside and you don't think that there should be a chicken there, that's a really hectic situation, and you got to go figure out what's going on.
During the war, I would have thought that they'd have better things to think about. You know?
Yeah, there's like bombing going on.
They're like, watch out for enemy aircrafts, and he's like, oh, fucking chicken! Oh, get that!
I'd love to hear that Benny Hill music. That
yeah.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, that's story hilarious.
The one with the cops running into the building, I could just see that, like going into different rooms, the chicken's coming out another fucking room, like Scooby Doo.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you reckon that was actually just a cop's like reason to raid someone's house? Like, oh no, we saw that chicken, the ghost chicken.
I'm pretty sure later on in that report that the entire town basically just came to the consensus that those two guys were drunks. Like they were drunk on duty, and that they'd been known to be drunk on duty before.
Was it with the boat?
Is that kind of prerequisite to actually see the chicken? Is you've got to be really drunk? Like the guys who did it
I'm
originally?
pretty sure.
Yeah, I can only assume, man.
We heard a cart and a bunch of people being merry, and then we saw a chicken. Yeah, that sounds exactly.
And I thought, yes, please, I'm starving.
That's probably what it is. It's a bunch of hungry, drunk people. You know, like at the end of the night when you're like, "Fuck man, I could really go a kebab."
Yeah.
Back in the day, they didn't have kebabs. They had was chicken, and they're like a fucking plucked chicken. That's most of the work done for me.
No.
That's basically like their kebab. You know what I mean? It's basically like a kebab running around your town.
They just light up a fire down in there after capturing that chicken. And just
fuck yeah.
Yeah, cook that shit. Yeah.
So they just go into someone's house, start breaking their furniture, make a fucking shit right there.
That's what I'd do.
Bonfire.
Meanwhile, little did they know it was the first preserved chicken, so they wouldn't be able to eat it for a couple of days.
That's the thing too.
I get it.
The world's first frozen
forever.
They're going to let it thaw out.
Yeah.
You know what's really interesting about that story though?
Yeah.
That it's an animal ghost. You don't really fucking hear much about fucking animals.
Especially a freaking chicken.
What about
Especially
Bambi's
a half-plucked
parents?
chicken.
Weren't they animals?
Sorry?
Bambi's parents?
Mufasa.
Mufasa is rare. I didn't say it doesn't happen.
Mufasa was also an animal ghost in that movie.
He was more of a cloud ghost, really.
Yeah.
Hey,
that's like a pretty big,
fucking ghost.
Pretty big ghost.
Are you seriously gonna try and fucking judge me for saying that's a ghost? Like, fuck you guys.
It's a cloud, not a ghost. Come on, there's a difference.
What, clouds can't be ghosts?
There's nowhere near enough ectoplasm in clouds for it to be a ghost. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, what's Ghostbusters?
Yeah, boo.
Ghostbusters aren't cloudbusters, bro.
Ghostbusters, not cloudbusters.
Oh, well, is he well?
Oh,
right.
fucking, here we go. Jeez.
He missed all the good stuff.
Who's this cunt?
I bet it was real fucking quality.
It was, mate. Okay. Ghost chicken.
Have kids think they reckons. They'll fucking make your life better, he reckons. He forgot to fucking that the cunts will keep you away from fucking
Are
having
you
a good
okay, Biggie?
Wait, are you? Yeah, gee.
I'm right.
He's like pouring himself a drink, just swearing off his head. Like, calm down. Yeah, but,
Oh,
you
I'm
can
fucking-
take the boy out. You can take the boy out of North Queensland, but you can't take the North Queensland out of the boy.
Never a true word said.
quick recap. Let's go. Is basically Sir Francis Bacon, who was what year was this, guys?
1626.
Yeah.
1626, Sir Francis Bacon, who was like a massive part of like the nobility at that time. He was a famous philosopher. He's painted in a bunch of paintings with a doily around his neck, so you know he's legit.
And a top hat.
And a top hat. He made a bet with his mate. This seems like to us, right? He made a bet with his mate and drunkenly got a chicken, got out of his
Allegedly drunkenly.
Yeah. Got out of his carriage part way through the carriage journey, went into the snow, took the plucked chicken, hid it in the snow, stuffed it with a bit of snow, got back in his carriage after catching pneumonia, and died 3 days later.
That's a fucking real quick time to get pneumonia in. Like, I suppose he had to pluck a chicken and stuff it.
Well, this is okay. So there's a bit of weirdness in that part of the story, and we talked about all of the potential things that could possibly be. We think they were probably just drunken idiots. Like if you're stopping a carriage halfway in your journey to anywhere, like what the fuck are you actually doing? So okay,
gentleman's bet, mate. Gentleman's bet.
That's right.
We've all done it.
Yeah, that's right.
We've all done it.
And also,
putting
after hearing
fireworks
that
in,
stuff later
putting
on-
fireworks in letterboxes, and just it's the exact same thing. Like
It could just be like a simple piss break, and then, but like, wait, so they had the chicken with them, or they caught the chicken?
No, they were trying. They were
They
trying
took
to
it off
work
an old lady.
like ways to preserve food.
Oh, okay.
Like these guys are legitimate scientists in the day. This is how actual science worked back in the day.
Yeah,
It was just
you had
two
to be a
drunk
portly
guys, two
Drunken bets.
drunk portly gentlemen trying to figure out how the fucking world worked.
Best way to preserve meat, my friend. They're hungry. Their
Yeah,
meat's spoiled
I mean-
on their fucking
It
carriage.
does make a bit more sense. Like if they were trying to, like that makes more sense. Like they were like, oh look, snow normally preserves stuff when it gets frozen in it. Let's see if we can do it for this chicken that we've got here. What I want to know is,
But that's exactly what they were doing.
They're just trying to recreate like a cellar idea.
So they go out. Old mate catches the fucking pneumonia, dies, and then forever since then, in that same place, which was Lake Pond,
Pond
Lake.
Square.
Pond
Pond
Square, in
It's in
Pond Square, Highgate,
Okay.
in Pond
North
Square.
London.
Highgate, London. Yeah.
Highgate, London. Hit him with a hammer. Hit him with a hammer.
Oh, Highgate, London, in it. Oh, in it.
Stick a fucking screwdriver in your granny's neck, cunt. All right. Oi. I'm not from London. I'm not from London.
I'm sure they're not all like that, fuckers.
Well,
they are all them London.
So ever since then, basically, there's been sightings of this plucked chicken.
Oh, like
So
the
reported sightings. There's been police reported sightings where two policemen ended up chasing this chicken for fucking miles or kilometers. I don't know what it is, until it ran into a house. They ran in after it, busted in the door, and then well, I don't know. Back in the day,
Hey,
well, back in the day, I'm pretty sure it was miles back there.
I think it would have been Furthings, bro.
I think it's furlongs, chains.
James.
Until so it disappeared through a wall. At which point they were just like, "What the fuck?" And then what was the other one during the war? So during World War II,
Someone.
Spotlight or something like that. One of those guys who play Spotlight, and they seen fucking half-plucked chook running around. Tried to catch it, ran into like the castle wall and disappeared on him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a bunch of these stories where this chicken is just a rampaging menace to society, and people just end up running after it, trying to catch it.
I think there's
And
one
then
in 1960, right, where it was reported, and there's some dude driving past, and it's just sitting in the tree squawking at him.
A plucked frozen chicken.
In a tree.
It's in the tree just cracking up. Yeah.
Could it not be that there's like a rare breed of like featherless chickens?
Oh, like a cryptid, some kind of
But
cryptid.
they chase it.
They run through walls.
They chase it. It runs in.
Yeah, it goes through the wall.
Yeah, but we all know cryptids are like hyperdimensional beings. Like if you look, if you look at Bigfoot,
We all know this.
Yeah, well,
If
no
you look at
point. Bigfoot. Yeah, Bigfoot's a prime example.
Common
Yeah.
knowledge of cryptids.
yeah.
Fucking
So it's like the
Hey, man.
bird equivalent of.
fun and go see
Of
camp
Bigfoot.
on fucking.
Yeah.
Interdimensional frozen chickens.
Big Bird. Oh,
Kettle or
shit.
something.
That's Sesame's Big Bird.
Interdimensional Big Bird, bro.
Oh, no.
Yes. Yes, we need to start that as a conspiracy. I guarantee if you were to put that out there, if you were to start just making like fake accounts and shit, being like, I was in the Biawar Woods the other day and Big Bird appeared.
Giant yellow bird.
Yeah. Giant yellow bird.
And
Big
you know,
Bird, the
He was speaking
interdimensional.
Chinese. He was speaking in
Dude,
Chinese.
you do
whispering
a
it
full
to me.
setup with the
It was
line and
sneaky.
Big Bird just swinging through the trees. Like, yeah, oh shit!
you know,
I guarantee.
it's like
I guarantee that would take off. I reckon if you started to put stuff out there like that, the bunch of Bigfoot hunters would start to be like, yeah, I saw it. It was a big
Yeah,
bird.
You got the
sure."
thermal imaging.
Yeah. Look at this footprint I found.
It's like the three toe
Three
foot
foot.
with the one at the back. You're like, oh, it's a rooster foot, clearly. Like,
doesn't show up
Yeah.
because it's a
You
frozen.
can tell by the waddle and the spacing of each waddle step. This is
Yeah.
Big Bird.
What I love about the story though is it's a fucking animal ghost, and you don't hear many of those. But the
Animal
Also-
ghost,
bull
yeah.
bug is a half-plucked chicken.
Yeah.
It also makes me think if that did the guy actually die from pneumonia, or was he haunted and tormented by the ghost of the chicken?
well, see, this is what I
Presumably-
Is that what I thought about? Is it actual Francis Bacon? Because they hear the horse and carriage before they see this chicken. Is it his memory, like replaying? I'm saying it's like a time.
Oh,
Dude.
yeah.
No,
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
a spirit,
it's
like
his,
a.
his
Yeah,
memory
so
of
they
like
call-
never seeing that experiment through. Is like
So they call this
Yeah,
they call
okay.
that so they call that phenomenon the stone tape. So like if an area gets haunted or whatever, it's like that actual area, like the stone is like a tape, like it's taken in the memories of
Like
the
a
people.
physical recording of time, sort of thing.
Yeah. But like, or it's
what do
a
they do, like an
recording.
experiment of water?
That's one of the
Where they say like the music, the metal and the softer music, like water
that's one of
reacts.
the
But that's a
theories
different thing. But like what I'm saying,
Okay.
what,
of the monster is that the rocks at the bottom of the lock are like a time dimensional rock that are actually projecting images from the age when the Loch Ness monster actually lived. So it's not actually there; it's a projection of a past.
yes,
So
yes, yeah.
same kind of mineral deposits in that area. Is it just projecting, an image?
Yeah, like they made the cobblestones of that area out of that same type of rock.
Yeah, that's right. So here I'll give you I'll give you the definition. Right, the stone tape theory is the speculation that ghosts and hauntings are analogous to tape recordings, and that the mental impressions during emotional or traumatic events can be projected in the form of energy recorded onto the rock and other items and replayed under certain conditions. The idea draws inspiration and shares similarities with blah 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 blah. But basically, do you guys get it? Basically,
Yeah.
like the area or like the things in that area take on the memories of the massive events that have happened there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
So
could be
my
it.
I think
idea with the
Caleb was
water
kinda
though
saying that it was
is
the
because it
spirit.
was snow. Like that shit melts and would run to that pond.
Yeah,
And
Yeah,
wake
but-
up.
that could be a thing. Like, because that's a pretty common theory that water holds memory.
Yeah. Like you were saying about the metal music and whatever, how like if you play it, like the snowflakes change shape, and like
Yeah.
somehow if such a
some-
traumatic thing
yeah, you-
happens that guy has to go through that where he basically freezes to death, and then just makes it out of there, that same water then that runs into the pond is
The
like
dude died
instilled
like near
with
it.
the memory of the horrific incident with this plucked chicken.
Of the plucked chicken.
He died near it.
I
as
mean,
well,
it's a
that's the
stretch.
thing.
All of these things are a stretch.
I'll tell you
And
what, it was a
obviously-
pretty substantial moment for chickens, though, because like from
That's-
that point on, like, you know, how many chickens are there worldwide now? Like 50
Yeah, dude.
billion or something?
Yeah, it's actually a really like huge, awesome turning point for them. If you look at
Yeah.
it from an evolutionary perspective, dude, there is so many more chickens now because of what they did.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's what I mean.
they-
Like,
this was probably one of the biggest things that moved chicken kind forward in
Yeah.
the number of their species.
yeah, it makes me think like they planned the whole thing, you know?
Oh, you know what? Maybe it's not even a ghost. Maybe it's actual chickens, but they're just doing it to commemorate their like it's like their holy day.
Long lost.
You know, like Muslims go
It's
to
a
Mecca.
Mind-boggling
Muslims go to
chicken.
Mecca and they do like the ritual like every
Yeah.
year or whatever. It's like chickens
Yeah.
do the same thing. They go to that lake and they all go around and like every
And run
year,
around
one
and
chicken-
cause havoc. Yeah.
yeah. One chicken has to like pretend like get all like its
They're going on
feathers
a
out.
pilgrimage.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, and it's got to be drunk people because Francis Bacon was pissed when he did
He
it.
was
You know what I mean?
blind. Yeah.
Like, it only happens to drunk people. Like,
No, didn't
Yeah.
there was 2 cops that were like on the job chasing it? Like
No, that was a ghost, mate. Sir Francis created the ghost chicken.
yeah.
He created that spirit
But
beast.
also, I'm pretty sure in the situation with the
Chicken.
cops that everybody in the town said that they were drunk, and that they were known to be drunk very
Yeah.
regularly on the job. So
Yeah, but I mean, it's London. Who wouldn't want to be drunk? all
yeah.
the time,
Also,
you know?
back then, everybody was just
Well,
fucking
it's not
drunk.
too bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that bad.
And that was
But-
like the bulk
There's a
of
chicken story beforehand.
sightings.
That chicken. But are there people that like regularly go to this spot to try to spot the chicken?
No,
Not so
well,
much
they
anymore.
they don't really see it anymore. That's what I mean. It was like heaps of it in the fucking early days, and nowadays it's like rare. I think the last one was like 1970 or something.
Would
I
you
bet
say
you
that now
they
there's
like
so many
pumped
people?
the water
70s.
out of that lake?
Would you say there's so many people looking for it that it became a bit chicken and ran away?
Yeah.
I feel like that was a sun level dad joke.
Well, at some point,
Yeah, the whole superstition got real foul and just stopped.
Ah.
yeah. No, it's like did like when the chicken disappeared, was that like around the first time that like KFCs in the area started popping up?
Yeah.
And the, like,
Also,
the idea
I want to
of
know.
KFC is so much more dramatic, like traumatic to a chicken than the idea of like being plucked and stuffed full of ice. That like
Is that how you freeze a chicken? You got to stuff it full of ice.
Yeah.
well, isn't that what
Oh,
you
there
say?
you go. I didn't know that. I like
Well,
the
that's
back in the
how
stuff
day,
You
the
didn't know
ghost
that?
chicken like run away and like little snow crystals sprinkling out of its arsehole.
okay, so I feel like what like you might actually have the info on this, Calan. But did they ever actually go back and get the chicken, and then that actually proved that you could preserve food?
I couldn't find anything about that. Like, if
Yeah.
the way
Me
I
neither.
interpreted it, though, is that like the fact that it was the first frozen chicken, someone clearly went back there and found that. I reckon Dr. Witherbone. As the
Yeah, I
police
reckon the
officer,
doctor's got it, man, for sure.
He's come back with the police officer, chased
Hey,
the chicken.
he probably killed fucking Bacon, you know?
He wants all the.
He
He
wanted
wants
that
the whole
chicken
job,
for-
yeah.
He
for
wants all the
trip
fat.
home.
Wants all the fat from bacon.
Also, quick question. I don't know if you can look this up, Calan. But did the chicken spirit come first, or did the spirit egg come first?
Okay, that was
Do you think that's just like a ghost egg?
That wasn't even the sun level Saturday.
The greatest podcast in the world. The greatest podcast in the world. Look at the boy bands.
Friday nuts.
Rules that were available. Rules that were available.
Friday nuts.
Rules.
Look at the boy bands.
Rules that were available.
Portly Gentlemen's Podcast.